1 Samuel chapter 10. Then Samuel took a small container of olive oil and poured it on Saul's head. Samuel kissed him and said, "The Lord has chosen you to lead his people Israel. You will rule over the Lord's people, and you will deliver them from the power of the enemies who surround them. This will be your sign that the Lord has chosen you as a leader over his inheritance. When you leave me today, you will find 2 men near Rachel's tomb at Zelzah on Benjamin's border. They will say to you, 'The donkeys you have gone looking for have been found.' Your father is no longer concerned about the donkeys, but has become anxious about you too. He is asking, 'What should I do about my son?' As you continue on from there, you will come to the tall tree of Tabor. At that point, 3 men who are going up to God at Bethel will meet you. One of them will be carrying 3 young goats. One of them will be carrying 3 round loaves of bread, and one of them will be carrying a container of wine. They will ask you how you're doing and will give you 2 loaves of bread. You will accept them. Afterward, you will go to Gibeah of God, where there are Philistines officials. When you enter the town, you will meet a company of prophets coming down from the high place. They will have harps and tambourines, flutes and lyres, and they will be prophesying. Then the Spirit of the Lord will rush upon you, and you will prophesy with them. You will be changed into a different person. When these signs have taken place, do whatever your hands finds to do, for God will be with you. You will go down to Gilgal before me. I am going to join you there to offer burnt offerings and to make peace offerings. You should wait for 7 days until I arrive and tell you what to do." As Saul turned to leave Samuel, God changed his innermost person. All these signs happened on that very day. When Saul and his servant arrived at Gibeah, a company of prophets was coming out to meet him. Then the Spirit of God rushed upon Saul, and he prophesied among them. When everyone who had known him previously saw him prophesying with the prophets, the people all asked one another, "What on earth has happened to the son of Kish? Does even Saul belong to the prophets?" A man who was from there replied, "And who is their father?" Therefore this became a proverb, "Is even Saul among the prophets?" When Saul had finished prophesying, he went to the high place. Saul's uncle asked him and his servant, "Where did you go?" Saul replied, "To look for the donkeys, but when we realized they were lost, we went to Samuel." Saul's uncle said, "Tell me what Samuel said to you." Saul said to his uncle, "He assured us that the donkeys had been found." But Saul did not tell him what Samuel had said about the matter of kingship. Then Samuel called the people together before the Lord at Mizpah. He said to the Israelites, "This is what the Lord God of Israel says. I brought Israel up from Egypt, and I delivered you from the power of the Egyptians and from the power of all the kingdoms that oppressed you. But today you have rejected your God who saves you from all your trouble and distress. You have said, 'No, appoint a king over us.' Now take your position before the Lord, before your tribes and by your clans." Then Samuel brought all the tribes of Israel near, and the tribe of Benjamin was chosen by Lot. Then he brought the tribe of Benjamin near by its families, and the family of Matri was chosen by Lot. At last, Saul son of Kish was chosen by Lot, but when they looked for him, he was nowhere to be found. So they inquired again of the Lord, "Has the man arrived here yet?" The Lord said, "He has hidden himself among the equipment." So they ran and brought him from there. When he took his position among the people, he stood head and shoulders above them all. Then Samuel said to all the people, "Do you see the one whom the Lord has chosen? Indeed, there is no one like him among all the people." All the people shouted out, "Long live the king!" Then Samuel talked to the people about how the kingship would work. He wrote it all down on a scroll and set it before the Lord. Then Samuel sent all the people away to their homes. Even Saul went to his home in Gibeah. With him went some brave men whose hearts God had touched. But some wicked men said, "How can this man save us?" They despised him and did not even bring him a gift. But Saul said nothing about it. Chapter 11. Nahash the Ammonite marched against Jabesh Gilead. All the men of Jabesh Gilead said to Nahash, "Make a treaty with us, and we will serve you." But Nahash the Ammonite said to them, "The only way I will make a treaty with you is if you let me gouge out the right eye of every one of you, and in so doing humiliate all Israel." The elders of Jabesh said to him, "Leave us alone for 7 days, so that we can send messengers throughout the territory of Israel. If there is no one who can deliver us, we will come out voluntarily to you." When the messengers went to Gibeah, where Saul lived, and informed the people of these matters, all the people wept loudly. Now Saul was walking behind the oxen as he came from the field. Saul asked, "What has happened to the people? Why are they weeping?" So they told him about the men of Jabesh. The Spirit of God rushed upon Saul when he heard these words, and he became very angry. He took a pair of oxen and cut them up. Then he sent the pieces throughout the territory of Israel by the hand of messengers who said, "Whoever does not go out after Saul and after Samuel should expect this to be done to his oxen." Then the terror of the Lord fell on the people, and they went out as one army. When Saul counted them at Bezek, the Israelites were 300,000 strong, and the men of Judah numbered 30,000. They said to the messengers who had come, "Here's what you should say to the men of Jabesh Gilead. Tomorrow deliverance will come to you when the sun is fully up." When the messengers went and told the men of Jabesh Gilead, they were happy. The men of Jabesh said, "Tomorrow we will come out to you, and you can do with us whatever you wish." The next day, Saul placed the people in 3 groups. They went to the Ammonites' camp during the morning watch and struck them down until the hottest part of the day. The survivors scattered. No 2 of them remained together. Then the people said to Samuel, who were the ones asking, "Will Saul reign over us? Hand over those men so we may execute them." But Saul said, "No one will be killed on this day, for today the Lord has given Israel a victory." Samuel said to the people, "Come on, let's go to Gilgal and renew the kingship there." So all the people went to Gilgal, where they established Saul as king in the Lord's presence. They offered up peace offerings there in the Lord's presence. Saul and all the Israelites were very happy. We're going to stop here today. Next time we're going to be starting from 1 Samuel chapter 12. I'll see you then.